Hello everyone, this is your host ET with another video. So continuing on the wheel, yesterday's video was all about the Leo archetype, which lines up today for us with Virgo. Virgo is quite a peculiar energy. Virgo, first of all, is known as the maiden, the virgin. There is mythology, because you'll notice that Virgo's glyph and Scorpio's glyph is very familiar, but there is a mythology about how Virgo was Medusa before she was raped. I forget who raped her, but it's the same energy, the Virgo into Scorpio, and then the Scorpio is Medusa after the rape. I don't know exactly how it goes on the spot, but it was basically someone got very jealous of her and made it to where anyone who gazed at her, because she was a very beautiful maiden, would turn into stone, right? And so that's how Medusa became the monster that she is. Before that, she was a very fair maiden, represented by Virgo the Virgin. So, interesting, right? Anyway, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Virgo, Mercury in Virgo is considered a dominant placement. Mercury is Virgo's ruling planet. Therefore, they're very affected by these Mercury retrogrades. And, Mercury is the fastest moving heavenly body besides the moon, right? So there's a lot of... Right, Mercury was able to go to the underworld and the heavens. So, and Mercury represents the mind, the analytical mind. Your mind can travel to all these different places. So the planet Mercury, because it is a bit androgynous, and represented by Hermes, the winged messenger, right, is very fast. Mercury rules over communication, over analytical thinking, processing of the mind, but not with emotion. It is not the intuitive, mushy, abstract moon section, right brain, right hemisphere of the mind. Mercury is the analytical, mathematical, matter of fact. These are the facts. This is the situation. Mercury is very analytical, right? And so Virgo is also very analytical, very critical. These people need to not be so critical on themselves and especially on others. And especially on themselves. I mean, we are one, right? So if I'm extra critical to someone, what does that mean? That means I'm extra critical of my own self, which probably has to do with childhood and upbringing and parents, but that's another video. Don't worry about that. So Mercury the maiden, Mercury the maiden, Virgo the maiden, the esoteric ruler, the secret ruler of Virgo is the moon. The moon and Mercury, a very magical combination with these two. I won't get too far into that. So what does Virgo represent? Virgo rules over the 6th house, which is work. It's daily routine. It is animals, small animals especially. Virgo is concerned with medicine. Virgo is associated with the natural medicine of the land. And, taking the harvest, taking the bounty of nature and, organizing it in a way that is going to be beneficial to others and themselves. Virgo rules over service, dignified service. Just because you're a servant doesn't mean that you are necessarily a slave, right? What I'm doing now is service. Virgo really knows how to serve with dignity, how to show up in this way to serve others in a very dignified manner. Virgo is not a creative sign. Virgo is an analytical, it's a mutable sign, which means it's mutating into the next season, right? Before it's the end of summer. It's when autumn begins, right? Things start to die. So there's some kind of energy of Virgo that can be kind of, what's the word that I'm looking for? They can be kind of, there's a dark streak within Virgo somewhere. They're very particular, they're very detail oriented. And as I was saying, it's not a creative sign, it's a mutative sign, which means they're really good at taking something and mutating it, forming it, especially wood. Virgo is known as a woodworker. They can take a block of wood and carve it up, remove what is unnecessary. This is very big with Virgo. They make excellent editors. The archetype itself is an excellent, like I'm saying, cutting away what doesn't matter. I wrote a poem once about Virgo, and it was like separating the light from the dark. They're like a surgeon. They can get in here and they can really see what's what. For the most part, they're not the all-knowing everything. They might be stuck in their own loops as well. But Virgo is very analytical. It's very good at editing. It's very good at taking what's already there and, working it into something that's even more beautiful through details. They represent work. They are excellent writers, excellent communicators. Gifts with words, especially, you got to look at the Mercury. If you have Sun in Virgo, then you have to look to your Mercury to really know, but it doesn't matter. Virgo is known for their work with the pen, the pencil, whatever. And, so they rule over medicine, they rule over health, they rule over kind of, this energetic surgery. They're not necessarily going to be innovative in the sense where they're going to create something out of nothing. They're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're very crafty. I would say Virgo really does rule over crafts. You'll find them sewing. You'll find them, like I'm saying with the wood, taking something that is there and turning it into something even more beautiful. But that's the key. They need the block of wood. They need the rough draft. And then they can tighten it up. I've seen this a lot. A couple of my friends, Virgo moons, Virgos, blah, 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 blah. They're really good at editing. And I'm still looking for that word. They're so resourceful. That might be close to what I'm saying. Like they can take trash and turn it into a masterpiece. They can take scraps of things and put it together. They're really resourceful and highly intelligent, right? This rules the mind. And it's kind of like the mind of the maiden before she starts, while she's a virgin, before she's getting into relationship with the opposite sex or what have you. The purity of the mind, the purity of that energy of the maiden, of the little girl, before, the world and, time and situations come to influence it. It's a very pure, beautiful energy and represents the goddess, the goddess of nature. I'm always thinking of kind of like a woodland forest nymph or something, like, very connected to nature, very earthy, very connected to the earth. but highly critical. And, powerful with their words. They may think they know everything. They don't know everything. Take everything with a grain of salt with Virgo. Excellent servants. Excellent healing abilities. Excellent ability to bring the medicine, whatever that is, especially if it has to do with harvest or the earth. This is the kind of archetype. So it is the goddess energy and a very pure energy. This is why animals love them, because they know that they are, it's like Snow White and the birds. It's like very pure is really all I can say at the moment. So Virgo, watch out with your overcriticalness. Watch your overthinking, because the mind is a powerful servant, and it is a horrible master. So if you're going to be enslaved by your mind, you're off. The mind is a tool. You can control your mind, but I will say that over intellectualization is a chakra imbalance. And Virgo can get caught in this trap. And they can be so detail-oriented and nitpicky and, critical that it's like, where's the fun? Enjoy yourself. So it is in their nature to be this way, and I'm not knocking them. I definitely have strong Virgo in my own chart. I'm more or less making fun of myself when I say these things, because it is very true. We can get trapped in our mind. But I would say get into your body, Virgo. It's an earth sign. Earth is a very feminine energy. Being grounded is a good trait for Virgo. But yeah, that mind can be a limitation if it isn't being used as a servant, Things aren't always how they appear. I think Virgo does have a gift with discernment. And powerful knowledge as far as healing abilities, magical healing abilities in the connection to earth, probably amazing green thumbs, incredible herb gardens. It's a witchy energy. That was kind of where I was going with that dark streak earlier, because of their connection to the earth and the seasons, and also, fall, autumn, the beginning of fall, when, we have full-blown summer, which is, Virgo is still considered summer, but it's on the way out, right? Leo's that full-blown summer. Virgo is the time when things really start to die, when Persephone gets taken into the underworld. So there's that kind of nature to them as well. They do have somewhat of a witchy streak, which is great. Excellent workers, excellent writers, excellent editors, powerful with their communication and words, can be overcritical, needs to get out of their head. Go jump in the ocean, go do something that is going to get you out of your mind, Virgo, because you can really get stuck there. But nonetheless, a very powerful energy and a very much needed energy, because, when creation is created, it can be a mess. And this is important, and this is kind of along the lines of Pisces, and it's Virgo's opposite. And Leo, very creative signs, probably Aries too, very creative. But when you create, when you give birth, when you bring something from the ether into the third dimension, it's going to be a little messy. There's going to be some stuff everywhere, you know? Some whatever, fluids and things and whatever, it's not the final product. And this is really important for people who are creators. It's okay to get messy. You have to get messy, you know? And Virgo, it's okay to get messy. It's okay to be messy. Perfectionism is a no-no. Let it go, you know? Allow yourself to be imperfect. Understand that your imperfections are actually what make you perfect. So Virgo is here to take that mess. Oh, you've given me a mess. Wonderful. I can't wait to clean it up, you know? Virgo's gonna take what's there and it's gonna make it better so that we can have these creative energies and juices and creations flowing and be presented, right, on the Virgo platter of presentation in such a beautiful way. And they're great with that, you know. They're great with arrangement. They're great with design. I would even say they're excellent with technology. It's very detail-oriented. It's very particular. It's very analytical. It can be a little harsh and a little diluted if it's trapped in the mind, you know. Get into the body, earth, you know. And don't be afraid to be imperfect. Don't be afraid to get messy. You know, I think Virgos love to clean. They love to organize. They love to get the ducks in the row. And they're very valuable and incredible people who have a lot of gifts to share, which shows up in a, you know, it's in a little bit of a different way. So I think that's it for today and the sign of Virgo as an archetype. I'm not talking about a particular planet, I'm just talking about the sign itself. So if you would like to book a reading with me, please do. I'm always excited to read for people. What else? Please subscribe to this new channel, Zenith Mystery School, our YouTube. I'm so excited to be doing these videos. It's so fun to bring this, you know, into the third dimension, into the physical, and to be able to share this stuff. My dream and my goal and my purpose for this is to be of service, is to, you know, help others through astrology, through metaphysics, through the occult. So book a reading with me. I do astrology. I'll also do human design and several other modalities. Feel free to comment what you think about Virgo, what you think about this video, you know, anything I may have forgotten, and like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.